I'm here as a member of Local 802 and AFTRA, two unions I belong to for about 35 years. And just quickly, because what we are talking about is the quality of life here in this country and the sense of security, not just national security in the way that people usually mean it, but security in our jobs, security with our health, security with our children's education, and the identity that we have in our communities and as Americans. In that spirit, I would ask you all to join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. There's a flag right across the street. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And some of those liberties are being threatened. Those freedoms, those precious freedoms you heard so much about in the fall. Some of those same people who talked about the precious freedoms we're losing are now trying to take away your freedom of association. They're now trying to take away your freedom to organize.
Guys, can I see your signs?
All of our freedom to speak.
Can I see your signs?
The way we would prefer to. And,
it's upside down. You got to turn it around, yeah.
Whether it's Wisconsin or
like
Washington.
that. That's it. That was great. Thank
Whether
you.
it's any state in this country,
Thank
there
you.
are certain people who ran.
I love teachers too. I'm a teacher.
and
Thank
got
you.
elected in November saying that they were here to create jobs. And now what they're doing is voting to give you more mercury in your water and your air, to give you more lead in your children's toys, to zero out NPR and PBS, which are one of the ways that people get unbiased news in this country. It's one of these folks are voting to zero out the EPA's ability to enforce the Clean Air Act and the Clean Water Act. And I would just say to all of us that we should ask any friends we have in Japan, and I've been emailing back and forth with a friend of mine in Japan, ask them right now if they want more government oversight or less government oversight. Right. Because that's really what we're talking about. It's an extreme situation. It's very unfortunate. My heart and prayers go out to the people of Japan who are fighting this triple whammy that they got hit with. But the part that government needs to constantly think about is consumer safety, citizen safety, water and air quality. We're talking about public safety and health. And also education is just as important, because if we don't teach our children well, if we don't teach our own kids how to be able to be productive and competitive members of the world economy and the society of the future, we'll find ourselves slipping from the first world status that we have enjoyed in this country for so long. None of us want that. I don't think it's defensible, and I would suggest that we should all reach out by email, in person, to our friends and our neighbors at the checkout line, in the communities where we worship, in the associations and organizations we belong to, and spread the word about the choices that we are facing, because this is and should continue to be and can continue to be a great country. But if we destroy our teachers, if we demoralize them, if we take away those experienced teachers, if we underpay them so we don't get the quality of teachers that we should have, then maybe they won't be able to teach even the little bit of history about the labor movement that they have time to teach today. And then the kids, there's too many kids in this country, in my opinion, who have not absorbed to begin with the idea that the middle class, as Bruce Yablon said before, the middle class in this country, and many of the things we take for granted, the 8-hour day, the 40-hour week, vacations, sick time, family and medical leave, pensions, etc. These things were fought for, and people died for them in this country. This was no joking matter that in a time when the labor movement was getting on its feet, and we can't allow it to be taken away in just nickel and diming us and chipping away at it, while people are too busy trying to keep their heads above water to notice. And under the name of some movement whose leaders are confused about what state the movement actually started in. I think you know who I'm talking about. Anyway, this is all of our fight. And as it was said before, this is the fight of non-union workers as well as it is union workers, because the union negotiations set the bar, and then everybody benefits from it. So I would suggest that if you want to see more equality and the wealth, the resources of this country shared more equally, then we need to continue and win this fight. And if you want to see more stratification, concentration of wealth at the very top, and the rest of us fighting for the crumbs at the bottom of the table, then let's just all go home and watch TV and let the battle be over. And as far as I'm concerned, it's not over. So God bless you all, and carry on. See you on the trail.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Congressman Hall, for coming out tonight. Thanks so much.
I'm not as eloquent as Mr. Hall, but my name is Scott. I'm in UFCW 464A. I'm a shop steward. That means I spend all my free time helping my people get the benefits that they're entitled to, regardless of whether or not they can speak my own language. And it breaks my heart that they accuse us of just being leeches on the system. We're all gathered here today, and I want to tell you how we got freedom of assembly in this country. It was 1905. The Union brothers were trying to make their point, and they would get in the soapbox, and the police would pull them down because they didn't like what they were saying. So they took all the unemployed and had them all get up on the box, one after another, until the jails overflowed in the county. That's how the unions fought for us, just to be together, to know what's going on and talk to each other in public. These people, they want to bring us back to the 1920s. I say labor needs to go back to the nuclear bomb of the labor movement. I say that if the SFCL and IWW call for a general strike in Wisconsin, I say let's have it. They want to take us back to the 1920s. Let's give it to them. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.